20s, it's a time that I am very fond of style and beauty, a bit too much sometimes. Everything was done with such excess and no inhibitions. Look at the cars of that time. How did people build a house? And how did they dress? Everyone had a certain level of style. The quality of film music of that time, I mean, my God. Silent films, the music had to be so convincing and so capturing because nobody could speak. Everything was underlined with music, as it is today, of course, in film, but it had to play such a strong role. Metropolis is a gigantic, monstrous movie. It's one of the most important in film history. And it starts with, you can read it on the screen, it's like an epigram. And it says, the mediator between the head and hands must be the heart. Is that fantastic? Who would say that nowadays? I was trying to think about this during recording, because it's exactly what we do. When I saw Metropolis for the first time, I thought, who wrote this music? This is incredible. Was it Schönberg or Wagner or Strauss, or probably a combination of all these? No, it was Gottfried Huppertz. Never heard of him, and nobody has, but this is, I mean, it's the same league very often. It's phenomenal. I've such admiration for this orchestra. To do this the right way is so difficult.
Being American, we were kind of baptized in all this Gershwin and Bernstein and all of these different kind of jazz pieces.
The combination here is so funny with Case, American, New Yorker.
Daniel brings something really interesting to this music in the sense that obviously he's German, he's got this wonderful, this German sound, but an incredible sense for the jazz and the swing of the era. It wouldn't be right to call them a backup band in this case because there's so much tapestry, particularly in jazz music. Of course, there's a lot of free rubato. I was just astounded that on a dime, they can swing.
With this sort of repertoire, I immediately think of a violin. I cannot help but hear a violin. When you watch an old movie, like a black and white movie, and there is a love scene or something, there's always a violin playing. This repertoire would be very often underestimated, both in quality and in execution. The fact that you can put so many of these gorgeous melodies and tunes into, such short amount of time is priceless. It's basically one after the other, they're all hits.